dairy products.
AOC's already done that.
Yeah, she's a piece of work. Anyway.
Well, welcome back, everyone.
Yes.
You heard our little sidebar.
Yeah.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from the Double Wide in Apple Valley, California.
Yeah, we are the Science and Technology channel, and despite our comments, we're living life, right?
Living large.
Yeah, living large.
A major Canadian study links ultra-processed foods, as opposed to processed foods, to serious health risks, uncovering biological signs of inflammation and metabolic dysfunction that persist regardless of weight or lifestyle. I think I'm dysfunctional. I can make that self-assessment. Chips, frozen pizza, sugary breakfast cereals, all of our favorites, right? These ultra-processed foods are convenient and popular, but a groundbreaking Canadian study, the Canucks, has confirmed they are strongly linked to serious health risks. The findings were presented May 7th, 2025 in Nutrition and Metabolism. Would you like to know more? And if you can say yes, click that subscribe button.
Yeah, so I know there's been recent reports lately about the Canadians that have similar foods that we do, but yet they don't put all the same stuff in them.
Right,
there's less stuff.
Yeah, I've eaten in Canada.
So, I mean,
it's good.
It tastes the same, and it doesn't affect you negatively like the food that we eat. So, like if you eat Fruit Loops in Canada, it's not as harming as the Fruit Loops in America. Now, why is that? Why do you think they've done that? Because
they care about their people?
I guess it's being made in the same place, right?
Mama says I ain't stupid.
It's like California fuel, right? California fuel is made, processed, or what do they call that?
Marked up.
Yeah, no, but it's what do they call those facilities that
processing plants? Fuel plants.
Yeah. I forget what
refinery
things. Yeah, so we have our own blend stuff. But anyway, let's get on with the story. Researchers at McMaster University explored how diets high in ultra-processed foods, often packed with fat, sugar, and additives.
The best kind,
exactly, man. That's what else is there? Affect key health indicators. They found clear connections between these foods and higher blood pressure, unhealthy cholesterol levels.
There's pills for those.
Yeah.
Right?
Counter the negative, right? Larger waistlines and increased body mass index.
No pills BMI. For those, man.
Yeah. This is the first study in Canada to use large-scale population data alongside powerful biomarker analysis to dig into the real impact of ultra-processed foods on our health.
The research team analyzed data from more than 6,000 adults. That's a good cross-section.
Yeah.
Across the country. Participants came from a wide range of ages, health conditions, and income levels. Each person completed a detailed questionnaire as part of the Canadian Health Measures Survey run by Health Canada and Statistics Canada, and then received in-person health assessments at mobile clinics, and probably $35 for participating.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean they got paid?
Probably.
Oh. Individuals who consumed the most ultra-processed foods were more likely to be men.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what are you doing? And to have lower income levels. And what does that have to do with it, right?
I don't know. Cheap food.
Yeah.
Right?
And now less education. This sounds like it's like targeting.
It is. It does sound like it.
Yeah. And to have reported lower fruit and vegetable intake.
Well, fresh stuff costs a little bit more than processed stuff, I guess.
Okay. They had significantly higher BMI, waist circumference, blood pressure, insulin, and triglyceride levels than those who consumed the least ultra-processed foods. Researchers noted that many links between ultra-processed food consumption, and cardiometabolic risk factors remain significant even after adjusting for BMI, suggesting that ultra-processed foods may influence health through mechanisms beyond weight gain, such as inflammation, insulin resistance, and poor metabolic regulation. All well-established predictors of heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
Well, this report is misogynist because they're targeting us.
Yeah, I wonder how many out of that 6,000 were men.
Well, they said mostly men, though.
Yeah, but what is mostly? 5,000?
Well, more than 50%.
Okay.
I don't know how much more.
I don't
But,
know. Yeah, why are we
it's
going after
misogynist,
men?
man, or racist. It's something.
Yeah, the Dems should be all over this.
The associations persisted even after adjusting for physical activity, smoking, the total amount of food consumed, and socioeconomic factors, including income and education. Quote, we have this very complex food supply that is more than just the nutritional composition of a food, explains Anthea Cristoforo, an assistant professor of Department of Kinesiology at McMaster University and senior author of the paper.
Okay, quote, it may be about the additives, the way the food is prepared. It's related to the packaging and the marketing of that food. All these things come together to create this food environment that really affects the healthfulness of our diets, unquote.
The study uncovered a strong association between UPF consumption and the presence of C-reactive protein, CRP, which crap, which the liver produces in response to inflammation, as well as an increase of white blood cells. Quote, these two biomarkers indicate that these foods are causing an inflammatory response in our bodies. In a sense, this suggests that our bodies are seeing these as non-foods, as some kind of other element, says Cristoforo. I wonder if our body's attacking it then to get rid of it.
Well, or
keeping
pushing it aside.
Or
Yeah,
keeping
pushing
it
it aside and storing it someplace. Yeah. UPFs are ready to eat prepackaged foods, often high in sodium, sugar, and unhealthy fats, while being low in fiber, minerals, and vitamins.
I feel shamed right now because I eat these. I'm feeling some shame, man.
They are often more convenient, heavily marketed, and appeal to time-pressed consumers.
Hey, I'm on the go. I need it now.
Yeah. Factors that may contribute to higher consumption among lower income groups and growing health disparities.
Researchers point out that foods have come to dominate the global food supply, that such foods have come to dominate the global food supply, particularly in middle and high income countries. Canadian study participants consumed an average of more than 3 servings of UPFs per day, and their beer swellers up there too. But those who consume the highest amounts, I'm going to get slapped on that.
Beer swellers?
Swillers. We swill the beer.
Oh.
I'm going to get slapped on the comments on that. All right, I take it back. But those who consume the highest amounts average 6 servings daily.
Wow.
And they recommend 6 small servings. I wonder if they're overdoing it. Big servings.
6 Twinkies a day.
Or 6 Big Macs. Average 6 servings daily, and researchers believe UPFs may be replacing healthier foods such as fruits and vegetables.
Another quote, ultra-processed foods are impacting health across all socioeconomic groups, says Angelina Barrick, a graduate student in the Department of Kinesiology at McMaster and co-author of the study. To go on with the quote, while some populations are more exposed to these foods, our findings show that the health risks persist independently of income and education. This highlights the need for broad, equitable food policies that protect everyone. Really?
Equitable?
Why'd you have to throw
Come
that
on,
in there?
man. This totally
that
just debunked the whole study.
Yeah.
Equitable food policy.
Please don't stop listening to us because we are quoting somebody else. So, yeah, what does that have to do with it?
Well, and we need to talk to the producers about screening these dumb stories.
Yeah, well, it's really definitely
like 1 out of 100 dumb stories.
Definitely got you worked up today about this. So.
Health Canada currently recommends reducing the consumption of processed foods as part of its healthy eating guidelines and has begun consultations to develop broader strategies for limiting UPFs in the Canadian food supply. They also probably modified the food pyramid. What do you want to bet?
So it's a rectangle instead of a pyramid?
Or different food, yeah. Or maybe it's a cone now.
Don't be messing with the... don't be messing with the... What is that? Geometry, right?
Right.
Yeah, don't be messing with that. We like our triangle.
We found consistent evidence that eating ultra-processed foods is associated with cardiometabolic risk factors, which not only reinforces the evidence we have seen linking these foods with rising overweight and obesity rates in Canada and other parts of the world, but also provides more detailed information about what's happening in the body before a full disease, says Barrick.
Okay. In the future, the research team plans to develop a study on children's eating habits as related to processed foods and female health, focusing on fertility, Is it menses?
Menses. That's when women go into menses.
Okay, and the onset of menopause.
Huh.
They are also investigating the biological mechanisms by which UPFs may trigger inflammation and metabolic dysfunction, and exploring the role of affordability and food environments in driving UPF consumption, with the aim of informing more equitable public health strategies.
Folks, we apologize for this segment.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to the producers of what happened.
The next article about this will have diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, die.
DEI, right?
Die.
Yeah, we don't.
DIE.
We're not those guys. So, but anyway.
All right, folks. Thanks for
just
withstanding this episode.
Yeah, passing on the information. Take care, everyone. Thank you.